rivalry. So Alexander versus Gideon has become quite a classic matchup. There's a lot of back and forth. They can both hit really hard, and they can both target their openings really well. So that's always been a constant rivalry where it often comes down to the last flag, and that was true of Ilxus. It's true of Eve now, so he's really taken up that role as one of my big rivals. So that'll be really cool to witness either me fighting him or Piper fighting him. I have faith Piper can also put up a really good fight.
That's very good stuff to hear. And, you know, this a well-played Gideon is always going to be a scary thing. Because that is a very dynamic move set. There's a lot of real big changes in body position depending on the footings.
Mm-hmm.
And there's I find a lot of Gideon's motions are very strong motions.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of cuts from the shoulder, which is a bit different from a lot of the other characters, the way he does them for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Really getting that sort of leverage in the arm, which I mean, you're gonna get a lot of strength behind those hits. So I feel like with Gideon, you see a lot of really strong beats. You see a lot of interesting like push cuts blasting through guards. Like we're talking about a very, very powerful fencing style.
For sure.
Alright guys, so our first fight is up, and actually I just started the stream, so just have to remind everyone who is watching that we are doing the anniversary USFC 100th event. I hope the original creator of this event will join us later, Vinu. And while he is away, we have our guest star commentator, Major Kade, joining us to commentate and describe how he sees our PvP fights. And maybe you can just tell about yourself a bit to our spectators, Major.
Oh yeah, absolutely, not a problem. Hello everybody in the audience. I am Major Cade. I am a YouTuber and an IT guy by day, but YouTuber's more fun. Picked up Hellish Quart some years back due to a kind of personal history that I have with fencing. I was a saber fencer for many years at a like locally competitive level, so the game definitely appealed to me based on that. Saw the opportunity to get into some real nitty-gritty sword work with really good sort of physics representation for how the blades are moving, how the bodies are moving, and that really kind of took off for my channel as something that a lot of people seem to really enjoy, and I made it a regular thing. So over on my channel, you can see a video every Sunday of my stupid self playing something Hellish Quart related, be that mod showcases, my continued failed attempts to reach the big number 30 in survival, and then checking out new content, new characters, and new modes and stuff as they drop, running through the story mode, all that kind of stuff. As well as a bunch of other weird crap that I play during the week that no one ever really watches, but it's all good. So yeah, that's me, an old saber fencer myself by hand, and huge fan and proponent of Hellish Quart as a game. It has been a brilliant experience. And then getting to know you crazy kids out there in the community also has been really, really fun for me. And I look forward to expanding out and grabbing more of you to make some content with at some point too. So I think that'll be a lot of fun too.
Yep, and it's good that we are doing an integration. More people playing the same game, doing stuff together. Also, one of our spectators is asking if you're going to fight today. Do you want to?
I wasn't planning on it.
Well,
but
it's up to you. We don't have really some fixed schedule. Like, if you want, you can. But if you don't want, that's up to you.
I might be open for like a just for fun like exhibition match at some point later on.
All right, that works.
Sounds good. Also, I do have the link up for Parsec. You guys can join anytime.
Yep, Piccolo is in already. I'm checking if Roderick is ready.
Roderick's here.
We were discussing a lot of our PvP games, so I'm really curious how you will look on people like using different approaches to like solving the matchup, so to say. As I mentioned in some previous streams, I approach Hellish Quart sort of like a puzzle. So I'm always curious about people with fencing background, watching and reading how people approach different situations, whether you see them playing as more defensively or aggressively, or just your take on their styles.
Absolutely. I'll be able to definitely bring a little bit of that practical knowledge to you. Yeah, it is. You're right in your assessment. There's always a thing about playing any kind of a fighting game, and albeit this is a very sort of different style of fighting game, but any fighting game that you play is to some extent just high speed puzzle solving. You've got your opponent creating situations, kind of forcing you into situations. It's a lot like a game of chess. Subu will know a game of chess very well, but
very, very blitz chess.
Yeah, it's like extreme blitz chess because like your opponent is going to make moves and create positions that force you into choices, and your goal, much like in a game of chess, is to try and force a position where your opponent has either option of two bad choices. At that point, you're in a position with the upper hand, and just by how you choose to move and how you choose to approach the tempo of an attack, then you have the ability to sort of force that position on the other person and sort of assert control over the flow of the duel, and that is the position from which you can land that flag winning strike. That's what you're always looking for.
Yeah, and join Subu's Parsec right now so we can get to our first fight. Competitors are both in, so we only need you there so we can watch it live.
All right, let me fire up Parsec super quick.
Right. Alternatively, we can always stream it here too. That also works, but.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You can.
Good evening, gentlemen.
So,
how are you in this fine day?
Well, pretty good, and I'm happy to see you here. Like, you are the guy who started it all. We blame you for this happening, so you obviously should be here.
Oh, yes. Very sad that I missed USFC 69. I was very excited for that one, but USFC 100 is a great one as well. I cannot miss this one.
All right, so we start with Roderick fighting Piccola.
Yeah. Maybe while we're waiting, Vinu, just tell us what inspired you to start USFC. That was a while ago now, but like,
More
what
than 2
caused you
years
to come
now.
up with it? Yeah, 2
Well,
years. Jeez.
I'm a big fan of UFC and big fan of fighting games, so I was just laying one day in my bed and thinking about myself like, I want to start something like USFC but with sword fighting and gaming. And yeah, I found this channel, and yeah, kind of one thing led to another. Subotai helped me out a lot in the beginning. Format was created, people started joining, belts were starting to develop, playstyles, and yeah, now it's event 100, and let's see who's gonna keep the belt this night.
Yep, let's do it. So are you connecting, Major?
As soon as I can remember my Parsec password.
The classic
yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
Classic.
usual stuff.
Because I don't normally use it. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge Parsec guy.
And it has like a big requirement. It has like special letter, few numbers, few something else.
Actually,
Oh
I
yeah,
can...
they're one of those.
Maybe I can stream it, or... No, I'm ready to do
Oh, you're good. I mean, I'll get there.
Okay. But worst case scenario, we can totally do that too.
Sorry, how fast can an IT guy do a password reset?
It's pretty fast.
Yeah, I got him pretty quick.
Are you joining Subu, Vinu? Or do you need my stream?
Like, I am 100% against Parsec, so I will never ever do it.
Okay, I'll stream into Discord for you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, that was a whole thing back in the day. Vinu was adamant about using Steam Remote Play. And so a common occurrence would be that because at the time his internet was worse, so he would crash out of nowhere. And it was quite an experience. Technical issues were always the norm. They're still the norm now. They've just changed in form.
I mean, why not be?
Yeah, there is always something, but we still enjoy playing this game a lot, so you just tank it.
Yeah.
You persevere and endure.
That's a good way to look at it, man. It's when you're when something truly feels worth it, you got to be ready to push through the difficulties.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, you're connecting. The question I ask all players that I meet for the first time: what is your favorite character and why?
Mine, well, for anybody who's got any experience of watching me play on YouTube will know that I am one of those crazy Father Zera mains.
Yay!
There's just something about that man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that he's completely unhinged and constantly drunk, or his all of his attack animations are just very strong. Like, it really feels like there's just like a genuine power behind every hit. And that's something that I definitely enjoy.
Like Chinese have their drunken monks, whatever, and now European fences have their drunken longsword.
I mean, why not have a drunken longsword? And I mean, in a lot of ways, his moveset does work. Kind of compliant to the idea behind Drunken Fist. There's a lot of his movements that have some small kind of odd motions associated with them. There's like slight sort of stumbles and movements that can create odd timings for the other person to try and deal with. So there's definitely some validity to that, as well as having some surprisingly effective like 2-hit tools. Quite a lot of his neutral inputs will chain into other neutral inputs, so you can get his like low left high right, low right high left. As well as from his alternate footing, a lot of cut and thrusts. I mean, it's just he's got a really good long guard high right lunge from right foot, which is, for my money, one of the best punish tools in the game. And he's just an incredibly versatile moveset, and he's got a skin option where he throws the hood up. So,
how do you feel about his movement speed? I'm main Zera myself, so that is like my most love-hate relationship with him comes from him moving slowly. Do you feel that his movement speed is okay or not?
Especially I feel like, yeah, because what you always have to remember is we're talking about a game, and for the sake of the game, we gotta take into account balancing. Now, I think if Zera were to move a lot faster, I think you'd start running into problems of him feeling way too powerful. The thing about fast movement is it's going to give you, if you're able to move faster than your opponent, then you have effectively default control over the ranging and the range of engagement for the match. Yeah. When you play Zera, you don't necessarily have the option to just use footwork and control the ranging, which isn't to say that it's not possible. But you have to start thinking differently about how you approach the concept of ranging. When you're playing a Zera, when you're trying to control the range of engagement, it's going to be a lot more about your timing and the ferocity of your attacking motion. So if you need more range, then you don't get to move back from your opponent. You have to move them back from you. And he's got a lot of tools that are going to allow you to do that. Things like his cut and thrusts. If somebody reads that incoming, they're going to see that cut. And as that thrust is incoming, they're going to know they need to back up right now. So that, as a Zera player, is how you get around his slow motion.
Major, sorry for interrupting you. We'll get back to this interesting topic in a bit, but I think we can just start fighting, and you can just use the stream. I'm running on the Discord because our guys are waiting for more than 10 minutes already. So maybe you can just commentate looking at that stream together with Vinu, and we'll just fight.
Yeah, I can do that.
And eventually you will receive that password, so you can join directly.
Don't use Parsec, man. It's evil.
Well,
I believe you, Vinu.
New version destroyed my drivers, so yeah, I can agree with that at least.
All right, we're just going to boycott Parsec right now.
Yeah, just on a commentator's channel we can view it, and no need to use that Forsaken.
Yeah, USFC 100, not sponsored by Parsec.
No, we hate Parsec.
Definitely.
Roderick on the left, Pekla on the right.
Yep.
All right, so who are we going to see? We got...
Okay, that's our favorite.
Okay. Let's see how this shakes out. All right, a Getty and Zera matchup. Absolutely, very strong. In with a sidestep. Something that I need to incorporate a lot more in the way that I use Father Zera.
That's what we call a samurai strike. Because
definitely a lot of circling.
Usually we go in with it and then just...
Oh, now that is a brave move. That long wind-up high left from neutral, I would not be wanting to use in a situation like this, but really pulled that one off that time.
Yeah, Pekla loves throwing some crazy moves, and he can cancel a lot of these attacks too. He's very good at it. You can see him doing it right now, in fact. And that really throws you off with Zera's timing.
And with that high lateral cut. Beautiful execution. Alright, so we are 3 flags on Pekla Zera right now. Roderick still on nothing at all. Pekla putting it to 4-0. What's in the history of the USFC? What is Roderick's history as a comeback artist?
That's a good question, but I think in one of the latest events he managed to do one.
Yeah, I recall that. He's definitely a very competent player, but he really needs to adjust his approach right now. Pekla is making the best use of his reach and the ability to vary his timing. That was a good kill, though.
Oh, okay. Now we got 1 flag back for Roderick off of that Polish cut right there. That lower right quadrant. Very undefended on a lot of longswords. Not enough to shake Pekla, though. Pekla is still ready to lay the hammer down for it. We're in winning range.
Again.
And it wins with a hand cut for the final flag. What a spectacle.
That's why we have best of series, so competitors usually have more time to adjust to each other's style.
Oh dear.
All right, we're gonna see the entry of everybody's favorite Unk, the Madman Tarnovsky. A lot of very strange motions in Tarnovsky's moveset. In a way, I've compared him previously to Gideon insofar as how their footing changes their guard position. I see a lot of similarities in there. I'll be interested to see how a competently played version of both is gonna shake out.
Definitely.
So, they did change sides, right?
Yes, they did. Pekla is known for changing characters, so he's actually showing Roderick how to play Gideon, I think is the move here. And Roderick has switched to the Dusak.
Oh, very good, very good.
Well, one thing about Pico, well, he's Jermaine as us, but he switches his characters a lot across many events.
Gotta keep the people guessing.
Costed him a lot.
I mean, okay, but at the same time, are you really willing to sit on one main for the sake of the wins, or are you about creating a good fight for people to watch? You gotta switch it up, and that's more than just a fencer. That's an entertainer.
Yeah.
Peko is that, definitely.
Yeah, he can play
Yeah.
anybody pretty much, so he's one of those players.
Yeah, a very versatile hand. And I mean, you got to think about what it takes to be able to play all of the various characters within this game to any degree of a competitive level. You're really going to have a very sort of fundamental mechanical understanding of how the game works.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen him apply his style to multiple characters too. He's happy to cancel with just about anybody, the same way he does with Zera. It's terrifying with Zera, but there's a lot of potential for it with other characters too.
Yeah, Piccolo is our mad scientist, so to say. He just takes a character and labs him, tries some new stuff, and then we see the results of his labbing there.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy who turns up with the weird new tech that nobody's ever seen before, and
Yeah, exactly.
which you really got to respect your people like that. Oh, what a hand cut! Second of the day, and that thing got sent. I mean, we're starting in Poland. That got to have landed in at least Estonia.
Oh,
There's a kill.
yeah, Pico is dominating here today.
I mean,
Yeah.
Gideon with momentum behind him is a very, very strong force, and that will get scary.
100%. And Peklo is taking advantage of the fact that Gideon actually has a speed advantage, I would say, over Tarnovsky. Yet he still hits pretty hard. And he pays for that by not being able to defend as well, but he's got foot keys to sort of adapt to that, and some HP too.
Oh,
So-
for sure. Now we're gonna see some action from two of my favorite characters, Samuel and Marta. I'm a huge fan of Samuel's moveset. He is my favorite saber in the game.
Why?
He uses saber, but a little bit more how like a backsword would be used. He's a little bit more pushy with a lot of the cuts rather than the traditional sabers that sort of lean more into the curvature of the blade. A little bit more advancement on a lot of his movements. So he really kind of really has a level of pressure that the sabers can do, but I think he really shows as an exemplar of.
Yeah. I think I've said this before, but he more so mirrors like later saber styles, like from the 19th century, that type of thing, compared to the others, I think.
That
So
cut right there,
British
the
saber
one that he
or
just
something?
took that flag with. That his long guard is his long guard high left. That really fast, like lateral neck cut is devastating. And then he's got like a lot of other odd motions in there. Like he's got that low like wave stab, and his regular lunge is also really, really good. He's actually got a really deep footing on that lunge. Doesn't stop him taking a needle to the back of the wrist though.
Okay, and what do you think about Rapier's implementation in Hellish Quart?
I think that's been very interesting. So we've got our two ladies that we're looking at, Marta and Marie, right?
Yeah.
And between the two of them, I think you see very, very different rapier styles. They both obviously will share an affinity for being really strong on the line, and with a lot of really deep lunges and lunging combinations, which can get very difficult to deal with. But with Marta, you see a lot more of a that was a mean cut. That was a mean kill. That little stutter step before he landed it was absolute memes, and then gets punished right back for it. With Marta, you see a lot more of that that very dancey style, like a lot more footwork side to side than I think you see with Marie.
Oh, that was
Which-
nice.
Oh, that was pretty. It was a very accurate and very well timed hit, and
Yeah,
draws the
that was
competitor's
nice.
level. We're looking at the pressure.
Yeah, Sam has a very strange dash attack. After a big lunge forward, he even delays his attack, doesn't attack immediately.
This is coming down to the last flag. This is a hell of a competition, and it comes off with that long guard high left every single time. One of the most devastating moves in that man's arsenal, without a doubt.
Yeah, and it's 2-1.
Yes.
Roderick is still here, hanging on.
Kalkstein. Pekla just showing us all the characters he can play.
Wow, really taking the spirit of USFC 100, the milestone, and he wants to show off everything he's got.
And if you think about all the characters that Piccolo plays, probably he picked Kalkstein the most. Like, he uses a lot of custom combos on him and a lot of cancels. But let's see how it goes.
I cannot
here.
wait for him to start doing the twist, the hand twist. Not so much yet, but still waiting for it.
Very tense ranging game right now. Really trying to feel those distances out between both our competitors here.
Yeah.
Very.
Barely touches them.
Yeah.
The thing I love about this matchup is they both are using really heavy swords, relatively speaking, and they both actually make use of the Meyer system too. Kalk is using what's called Meyer's rapier, but what Meyer calls a rapier is basically just a straight sword that you can cut and thrust with, right? So the historical definitions don't always reflect what we think of as a rapier.
Right.
Yeah. And obviously we see Dusak on the right, so it's like the same system, but they're different weapons. So there's different movements and whatnot.
Absolutely. Both characters that are gonna have a lot of, like you mentioned, heavier motions. You're not gonna see so much of that crazy saber, like fast cutting combos, which is gonna turn this a lot more into a very precise timing game.
Yeah,
with that lunge and caught one right in the mouth for it.
Oh,
Again.
Called out right there.
Yep, trying to be a little flashy, trying to show off a little bit.
And those stabs Stana has pretty short ranged, but they're so fast.
Oh yeah, and that cheeky little double stab right there.
Yeah, it was like he twisted it, but he was able to dash away.
Oh, and then in with that the additional range you get on the lunge when you can lunge and change footing in the same motion, that can really throw you off.
Yeah.
Really making use of a lot of the lunges available in Kalkstein's moveset right now.
Yeah, and he can lunge from neutral too, so even when he's in neutral and you think he's going to be throwing cuts, you always have to watch for stabs.
Well, you also got to watch the inside line on your arm if you're going to be throwing big cut combos like that, because somebody might come along and just relieve you of a bicep.
For sure.
Oh,
what a meat of those two blades. But Tarnovsky got in there a little bit quicker. And a double to show us exactly what we're watching. Two very competent competitors here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I got questions. I got questions about hitboxes off of that one, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, we have a lot of questions all the time. That is the game.
yeah, especially in the
really
latest
active,
build.
yeah. The exchange.
Oh, that really fast Moulinet. Like, when you're up close, when you get in his face, you always got to be watching out for that blade to come back, because it's going to come back to you again with a lot more momentum.
Yeah, Calc played
on the
perfect.
game
It looks
point.
beautiful.
Yep. They both
I feel like
flag.
I feel like Kalk is actually one of the most impressive characters to watch
just
when
a flick
played
to the head.
competently. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's over.
Pico wins 3-1.
And not to say that was not a fantastic fight put up by Roderick. That was especially once he warmed up and got in there. There's some very strong back and forth and a fantastic showing. But Pego just edged him out.
Yep. All right. So let's move to the next fight then. So unfortunately, I'm not fighting today. So Vinu, you're here.
Yes.
So we can do your fight. You'll be fighting
All right.
Ezekiel.
I've been preparing for this fight. I devised the bulletproof strategy.
All right, let's see if it works. So Major, did you solve your Parsec issue, or is it still not up your passport?
All right, let me retrack. I'll try and hit that link one more time.
Sure.
Nope.
Post the
Thank you,
Parsec
sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. And Vinu, there is a Steam link for you because I know you prefer to play on Steam. All good.
Yes.
Ezekiel needs a moment. All right, no problem.
Yeah, we have
All right,
that
that'll give
moment
me a moment.
exactly.
Is there a hate?
Link is
All
up.
right, and then do the two-factor authentication because I two-factor everything.
Oh yes, Towers hosting. Go to Towers link. It's all my
Yeah,
bad.
we're switching to Europe now.
Yeah, gotta kick you, Vinu. I don't hate you.
Okay.
We gotta move.
It's fine. It's fine.
Still love you, buddy. Okay, yeah, I believe I have made sense of my Parsec login.
Great. So, one moment, I'll send you a link. Or if you are in the USFC chat, you can check the
Yeah, I just
message
hit.
there.
Yep, I just hit that one right there. So I think it's just waiting on you to approve.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm joining too.
Accepting. Yep. Got ya.
Lovely. Okay, I got you. Parsec is getting things ready for you. Please wait a moment. There we go.
Yeah, Vinu is in.
Beautiful.
Now we only
Yep.
are waiting for Ezekiel, and then we are good to go.
All right. So Vinny, you got a strategy. You've been cooking something up in that mad brain of yours, my boy.
Yes. Basically, I believe Ezekiel gonna be using the shield lady, which basically makes only 2 buttons effective against her. So it's gonna be not the most probably entertaining fight, but very cliche, maybe very niche fight because it's not. I'm not gonna use many attacks. Probably just the same 2 attacks. So yeah, for
That's
3
Vinu
rounds.
style. Yeah.
Are you getting
Keep it
to
simple.
Laszlo at long last? Getting back to him
No,
or some
no,
other character?
I'm going back to Gideon. Gideon is a little bit faster on the sidestep, so that's what I need to against Marie to get behind her back and
Okay.
hit
Crash
her
style.
right arm.
Okay, so you're looking to take her sword arm, huh?
Yes.
Not looking to worry
Yes.
about that shield arm at all.
Shield arm is invincible basically from all my testing, so I'm not gonna even bother.
Oh,
There you go, and that's going to come back to Tao's theory on the puzzle solving element. So you've really sat down and looked at the mechanics of the game and the mechanics of these characters and tried to figure out how you can consistently get that strike that you need to get.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why
Something
I really
that
liked
would be-
Yandrik, but they
Yeah,
really
go ahead.
nerfed Yandrik, so he's now really crappy and useless comparably to what he was because he was just able to ignore all the defenses of the opponents, and I really like that. But now he's just very disappointing most of the times.
Well, I've been known over on my channel to have a particular hatred for Yendrik. Largely
Nice, what
based
happened?
largely based around his propensity for occasionally throwing out completely wild, random, and complete bullshit maneuvers.
I think that sums up my style.
You should see
He's got that
Yendrik
nasty
PvP.
squat cut.
Like Yendrik on Yendrik is just full of twists. It's incredible to watch if we ever get to see that.
That sounds utterly ridiculous.
Or like when 2 Yandriks both get tired and still try to swing. That's the most hilarious situation.
Oh yeah, just two idiots bonking each other with sticks.
Yeah. And it's not that hard to get into this situation because Yandrik is all about movement because he literally has no guard, so you have to do it with footsies. So a lot of whips may happen, which just destroy your stamina, and then one hit with that stick instead of axe head, and you have no stamina at all.
Yeah, and you're always in a dangerous position when you're out of stamina.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how do you feel about this approach in Hellish Quart? Like, characters are getting tired pretty fast, and I'm not sure whether you witnessed it or not at the very beginning, right at the game's early release. They had like twice or even thrice the stamina, but then Kubal changed it. So, what do you personally think? Like, from both balance perspective and just your personal take of this?
So definitely from a game balancing perspective, I think the game benefits very strongly from having a smaller stamina pool. It's really going to move a lot of people away from being sort of unnecessarily wild in the ways that they attack. Makes you a lot more considerate of when you do choose to make an attack and how hard you're going to commit. If you've got like a string in mind that you're trying to execute, it'll really kind of make you think about like, you know, how far do you want to push it? How far through, you know, do you want to keep beating onto somebody's guard to keep on the pressure, knowing that you're going to burn out your stamina a lot faster than they are? So I think it forces a lot more. I think it forces a lot more of a resource management game, which I think is to the benefit of the game overall. So from a balancing perspective, I definitely support that. I think that was a good move. Personally, I would like whatever character I'm playing to have a lot more stamina than the other guy. But that is because I like to win, and it's very hard, and I'm not very good. So, I also feel like it does help to reinforce the reality of fencing, because the truth is, and for anybody who's tried it, anybody who's fenced, anybody who's done any regular HEMA, you're going to know that one of the hardest things to get used to, at the very least when you start, is holding the big heavy object up in front of you for a long period of time. That really does wear out your arms.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I've seen that in some competitions where both fencers have been very good defensively. I've seen that start to become the deciding factor of who physically starts to slow down, because they just can't keep that blade in motion at the speed and in the positions that it needs to be in for that long of a time before they really start to gas out. You feel that horrible burn in the back of your shoulder.
Yeah, even like holding a basic stance for an extended period of time for a lot of people is very difficult. Or doing lunges, right? And that's why getting your fitness up is so important at the tournament level and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no, conditioning the shoulders and the arms to be able to stand up to that is a big part of getting into like any form of sword fighting recreationally. And you know, there are some tricks you can do. I don't know if you ever did it, where you can, if you're at a decent distance, you're rested back and you don't need your guard fully responsive, you can rest your elbow against your hip and kind of take some of the pressure off your shoulder for a minute.
Yeah.
Which I was known to do sometimes because I was a little bit lazy. I also used to use that to bait people because I was very much a taunt-based fencer. I liked to get inside the other person's head a little bit when I fenced.
Nice.
So when they saw that elbow resting back on my hip, they're really like, "Oh, you're so at ease right now. You're practically going to sleep." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, come and get me. Wait for him to lunge in and then punish a reckless lunge, that kind of thing." So I like playing the mental game.
Ezekiel is not responding still.
Yeah,
said that
and
he needs
Piper
to
is
wait.
available, so we could skip over for Piper versus Subutai fight.
Yeah, I guess let's do
I'm
it.
down. Since he's
So
here.
we'll
I mean,
need luck to host this then. One moment, I'll poke him. Okay, I hope that luck is here at least. Okay, great, luck is here. So we are skipping to this special challengers duel. So these two guys, Subutai and Piper, met the requirements to fight the champion of our event. And now they will be fighting over who gets to fight the champion.
Absolutely, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned #1 contenders match. This is two people going into it for the right to claim the glory.
I also just happened to main the same character. Some period of time, Piper was considered sort of a Alex student, and Subutai was his teacher. But now Piper developed a style of his own, which is sometimes like it looks just very, very hilarious, with a lot of dashing in and a lot of risk taking. But sometimes it just allows him to win amazingly. Sometimes he loses hilariously. Let's see how it goes today.
Yeah, I love to see a good high risk, high reward strategy, especially when you're really looking to get something going that's going to be high octane stuff to watch. That's when you know you're going to see something really, really wild. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Piper brings heat against Subutai, whose style I know well, and is a very much more sort of regulated and conserved style. So how will traditionalism fare when faced with absolute wildness?
So Piper will be starting this fight on the left, and Subu, can you please stream to Discord? I can't
sure.
use Lux host, as you remember.
That's also where the "don't jump" meme comes from. I think I posted that on your Discord.
Oh yes,
Monthly.
sir.
Just
Yes,
added
sir.
this
Don't
real quick.
jump.
He will jump.
Oh, he definitely will. It's been a meme. I keep telling him not to, as his teacher, but he does it anyway, and sometimes it works somehow, and I don't even know how.
That's Piper for you. Yep.
Piper,
Alex
you
Mira.
better jump, you bastard.
Oh, hang on. I should switch my skin.
Special one. But your hat is not special.
There we go. How many hats will we see go flying off?
USFC 100, man.
Ghost commentator is back.
First blood for Subu.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was for Piper.
Yeah, he's on the left.
Oh, excellent double. And you can see how much of that footwork is coming into things now. Really looking to take that position. Both looking to get off each other's line.
Oh, his leg.
Oh, Piper went in there with that low cut. That is a very dangerous move to use. Really exposes your head, but if you can get it in there, reduce the opposition's mobility, that can work to your advantage.
Piper always enjoys doing those pushes. He tries to get close to you.
Oh, that weave! That weave!
Yes.
Oh, that was Ultra Instinct Piper.
I think he used the wrong attack. If he would attack from
upcut.
his left into right side, he maybe gotten a kill then. But he went from right to left, and yeah, it's just get blocked.
Oh, and a great cut combination from Subu right there. Very, very traditionally aggressive.
Oh, the push.
Oh, and a really well-timed guard push. Caught him so out of his loop.
Yeah, Piper just attempts to
Went for the
use a
grab.
lot.
Went for the grab. Very cheeky attempt there. Going in low again, but exposing that head. All right, everybody trying to psych each other out. Lots of clashing blades. Subu just a little quicker on the draw.
I like when they mirror their attacks.
Oh yeah, so much blade-to-blade contact. A lot in the attacking animations. So not a lot of people hitting guards. Like a lot of people attacks hitting attacks. Oh, and a beautiful double, absolute mirror.
This is high octane.
And another double. This Subu's really trying to secure that win.
Jump, man, jump.
Piper not making it easy, but he took him in the shoulder for that last flag.
Yep, a 1-0.
First set to Subutai.
Yeah, we might just say this. Piper wasn't jumping, so that's why he lost.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta jump if you believe, man. Oh, went for that guard push again.
Nice.
Subu wasn't able to capitalize on the opening though. Second flag. Piper getting really cheeky with that push and a great double. Two hard shots directly to the skull. Oh! Oh, slapped him with the blade. Went low, tried to take the leg, nothing to it. Ducked under him, but he didn't get the flag out of it.
Yeah, this cut is very good. Comes from the left side and hits the head most of the time around the guard.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of movement. A lot of movement. Another low sidestep. Piper really dominating set too.
Yeah, I guess Subu needs...
Went for that push again and caught the sharp side across the hand. Took the knee and then the head. What an exchange.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Is Piper about to sweep? He jumped! Don't jump!
Don't
jump! Don't jump, you know better. Could have been a sweep.
Don't jump.
Could have been a sweep, but the man had to jump.
Oh,
He
no.
jumped again.
Oh, is he going to learn his lesson, or is he going to let himself get reverse 7-0'd?
He might have won that flashy finish with the jump.
Is he the... Oh, I went in for that guard push again. It worked one time early on in a really, really useful way, but I think that might now be holding him back.
Yeah,
Diced up.
Ooh.
He's just going forward too aggressively, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Countered way too well.
Subu will recognize. Subu learns fast. Subu will learn the way that you move in on him and start coming up with the good strategies that work. But not always quick enough.
Yeah,
But a very strong attempt at a comeback. A warning shot was definitely fired during that comeback sequence.
Yeah, amazing.
To take it from 6-0 to 4-7, very strong showing. All right. We're squaring up. Another... Seems like everybody's being a little more cagey all of a sudden.
Oh,
Got in there with that leg cut, followed by the push, followed by the punish.
Damn. Piper just showing style.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
really
no
making it
double.
look good for the people. No double. I thought that was going to be, but he really took him right in the head there and walked away with the flag.
Oh,
Oh, what an aggressive sequence.
yeah, just overwhelmed his defense.
Oh, off the back foot. Subu with all his weight to the rear and still able to come down like a bolt of lightning.
Yeah, saved his leg.
Now you'll notice, he jumped.
And he's alive.
Miracle.
He jumped and lived. What a man. What a myth. And still came out of that with the flag at the end of it.
Nice
Wild,
sidestep.
man, this... Oh, Subu using a Piper tactic, moving in with that push. Perfect double, exactly what you expect to see.
Yeah, with such an aggressive approach.
And the same double again, absolutely. People are just, you're starting to see the later rounds of these two guys fighting. I think you're seeing a lot less direct aggression now, people getting a lot more cagey, a lot more trying to really figure out the timings a lot more.
Yeah, they're trying to play it safe, but right now that's not the case at all.
Oh, and what an overhand!
Yeah, as the fight goes on, you kind of adapt to your opponent, and then he starts to adapt, and then you start adapting again. It's like winning, finding that winning strategy, which really gonna be a deal breaker.
Kind of becomes an intellectual arms race.
Yeah.
What a fast exchange that was. Really just hammering into his block, but Subu comes away with set 2.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all guys fight to best of 3 or first 2-3?
Till 3 victories, so best of 5. Yeah, it's 2-1 right now.
Yeah, okay, first of 3, gotcha. All right, so if Subu can take this next set, then that is going to secure him the right to face Eve later on today. But Piper's still very much in it. But can we see?
Really needs to come out with some game-winning strategy right now to come back, because this can be like fatal.
Oh, a very asymmetrical double. One high, one low. Really probing with that push.
Man, he's 5.
Finding those close timings.
Oh,
and Subu with the grab. You vile boy.
Yeah, Piper is moving forward a lot, so it was natural.
Oh, and he comes back by taking a hand. Disrespect for disrespect right here.
Damn.
Subu in low and with an off-angle thrust. This is getting hateful. Oh, took him in the wrist with the excellent ranging and excellent offline attack. And one right back. It is just shots back and forth from these two guys.
Relentless.
Absolutely. Just two guys who know the same moveset well. Oh, he saw that low attack whiff and he was right in there with that high punish to the wrist.
Yep.
Subu's controlling it now, but Piper is not out of the game just yet. It's one flag away, but we've seen Piper pull it back.
Oh, no.
And he humiliates him with the grab finish, securing his third set, securing his position in the match later against Eve for the USFC Championship.
Fatality.
GG, I had to end it like that.
You disrespectful monster.
Yeah, that
why would you humiliate?
Sorry, what did you say? You kind of cut out for me. Exactly, yeah. Oh, and Tao having some issues, maybe?
No, I just did a quick reconnect. Got a Discord glitch. It's fine now.
Oh, interesting. The timing was when Major Cade cut out for me, so maybe it was a Discord thing.
Yeah. Anyways, you will be facing Eve pretty soon, Subu. But before that, let's see if Physical is ready to fight Vinu.
All right.
Okay, I tagged him, but I don't see him responding yet, so maybe he's still a little bit busy. Let's see him in a few seconds.
If he's still not up, we can do Luck versus Akin then.
Yeah, sounds good.
Bonkers Car says Cade going hard with the commentating.
I mean, look, I got a lot of years of doing YouTube commentary behind me, so I've kind of always felt like I would be pretty good commentary-wise for something like this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when y'all asked, I was like super touched, as I told all my buddies. I was just like, "Hey, the guys asked me to come do the thing," because I was really excited. So I'm super happy to be here with you guys, and very thankful for you to invite me here for such a landmark episode.
Well, thanks for coming, mate.
Yeah, really appreciate it. I thought of you as soon as I realized we were going to bring in a guest commentator, so sent you the message pretty much immediately.
Well, I appreciate that, brother. Always. All right, so interested to see what we are going to be looking at next. We're still waiting to find out if Ezekiel is fixing to be free. Looks like
he is
maybe.
here. Yeah, he is here.
Ezekiel is here. Okay.
Okay, are we going to get our Ezekiel versus Venu match?
Oh
Alright,
yeah.
starting
Well,
my
I'm kind of
Parsec
more
again.
excited for Luck versus Akin because those guys are real monsters. Akin just fell down from his USFC. Well, actually, Luck fell down from his USFC championship as well. They were champions a few weeks ago, and now both of them are not. So they're definitely really, really amazing guys.
Yeah, Subu and I were having a discussion about that earlier on, and that sounds like that is going to be a hell of a match to watch. Now, of course, we're always gonna get the feeling of specialness that comes from having Venu involved in the 100th showing.
You're too kind.
And that's definitely something that we can all enjoy. And it seems right that you're here for this. I'm glad you were able to be here for this, and I think this is going to be a really interesting match because Marina is a character that I've struggled very heavily against. I've really had an awful time adapting to getting around Marina. So I'm interested to see how you manage to solve this puzzle, how effective that turns out to be, and if there's something I can learn from you here on how we might be able to make a little bit more reliable mincemeat out of Marina as we go forward.
Well,
All right.
just a small thing to note. Actually, Ezekiel was made in Samuel before, so maybe he will switch out of Marina too. You never know.
Maybe we'll see
I
some
would be
Samuel.
glad. I would be very glad if he does.
All right.
Maybe that's going to be all the incentive that Ezekiel needs not to give you Samuel, knowing that you may already have an answer for that.
Oh, I mean, oh no! Please don't switch.
You've
to
shown him your cards
Samuel.
already, man.
I
You gotta
cannot
remember.
find that.
Your voice is there for all to hear, my man. Don't give away too much of the sauce.
Kevin,
Yes.
just invited you. Get in.
Johnny.
Tekla says it's funny because the best thing in the Marina is Samuel. Yeah, I think he's one of the better characters to take her on with.
Yeah, he's got a lot of those attacks that are going to hit from the angles that I think she'll struggle the most in blocking effectively with her style.
Yeah. And
I
Alex
have
is another
had,
one too.
Oh, for sure. No, I have had a little bit of success using Zera with his true neutral high right. That
Venu,
snap
you go
cut
left.
literally straight down on the top of the head.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of a gap between her shield and her sword that I found that on certain motions that she makes, if you can stay out of range and then move in with something sharp and just like real hard downward, you can get a lot of success out of that too. So
Yeah.
let's see how this goes. Venu, Ezekiel. Venu really working the sway, trying to bait those attacks, because that's going to be a big part of how you're going to get around Marina. You need to bait her into opening her guard position. When she's got that shell closed, she's going to be very hard to get around.
That was a blade clash right there. Rapid.
Oh.
Probing
Right
each
into the
other's
face.
guards. Oh, and that wicked
Yeah, the
cackle that
laugh.
she has.
Yeah.
She's a witch.
Alright, Venu, staying patient. Trying to bait those attacks out, but those single tempo motions.
Is calling her witch is a way to avoid like being age limited on YouTube because you are switching a letter.
Absolutely. Gotta keep it PG, man. Gotta keep it PG. Alright, so strong performance so far from Ezekiel, really leaning on the strong guard position there. And you can start to see Venu's strategy coming on as he's executing repeated sidestep strikes from that same angle. I think we can see a little bit what he's trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
This is a proper angle to use versus her, but he's just spamming it, and you got to just use it at the right time and not just throw it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And remember, he's a big boy, so he's gonna get tired real quick when he's moving like that.
Yeah. And it's also a bit predictable too, because Ezekiel can sidestep as well, and he can do stuff like this if you get complacent, bashing him with that
Yeah.
stab to the face.
Oh, moving the leg out of the way now. Really probing each other for that perfect distance.
Oh, it
There it
worked.
is.
And Venu's strategy, now we're starting to see it. Now we're starting to see all those hours in the lab coming back out. All that time that he spent preparing for this match. But can he make it consistent? That's going to be the biggest factor for us here. You can get through Marina once or twice, but you need to make sure you can get through her every time.
Vinu is actually famous for this, so when you see him playing first, like, you may not think highly of his style, but then he will just beat you and make you even like double surprised. It comes out of nowhere. He's sort of a wild card of our community.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot to be said for a non-traditional style. A lot of the ways that you learn, a lot of the ways that you get taught are always going to be focused around learning how to deal with what people are most likely to do. Mm-hmm. So when somebody starts throwing some really wild stuff out there, that's when you find out that you don't have anything in your repertoire. Your muscle memory isn't ready for something completely cracked to just fly out of nowhere. So you can really score some great points that way and really get in your opponent's head a little bit with that too.
Yeah, that's true.
Ezekiel trying to be tricky, some cancels over there.
Oh,
Some strikes to the shoulder and then the head.
Oh, that blade contact took all the momentum out of Venu's sword. Left his face wide open for a little mustache trim. Oh, okay, coming in from the other side on that low angle now, but burned a lot of stamina there. Didn't have that guard up ready for that lunge.
Yeah, you gotta long guard it. That's the challenging thing. But like if you long guard, then you're sort of leaving yourself open to a cut lunge, which you can also do, so it's one of those things you gotta be ready for.
Oh, and there we get a display of the absolute effectiveness of being really, really ugly.
yeah. Ezekiel doesn't need to try and challenge this really. Yeah, this works better for him.
All right, so there you are. That is 7-3 in favor of Ezekiel. That is going to be a difficult situation to overcome. That is a strong Marina.
Yeah, he was strong yesterday, and it's showing here it wasn't just a fluke. He's been challenging the best, and he continues to do so.
Yeah, that is definitely somebody who's got a real good understanding of how that shield moves and what that shield does. Venu's gonna take Laszlo now.
The Chad.
Our hero in red. Can he be the one to do it? Now, I think you're going to see something interesting with Laszlo as a matchup for Marina, because a lot more of his attacks are going to come from higher ranges. They're going to come from the upper because of that Hajduk guard that he's using. And also a lot faster sidestep, so he's going to be able to come from the top and the sides a lot more. Not so much of a frontal attacker, which is what Marina's really going to punish most.
For sure. And those footsies can really keep him out of danger, I think, even if Marina finds a good angle like that.
Oh, again.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 2 hands for 2 flags.
Yep, exactly.
Really taking advantage of the fact that her sword arm can get a little overextended in certain circumstances. There you go. With her right foot forward, that's always gonna be. That is a third hand. Laszlo, the hand taker. Venu showing us how it is done.
Yeah, that's the thing. People sometimes think you gotta go low against Marina or specifically target the sword arm, but sometimes you can reach around the shield too. And I think that's, like you were saying, that's something Laszlo does a really good job of, even from the shield side.
Yeah, even like from a cut just like that one. Alright, the tension's starting to feel. Ezekiel's starting to show some cracks now. Oh, but goes in and catches him right under the armpit, the traditional weak point of Laszlo.
So I'm pretty happy to see Ezekiel playing pretty balanced style and with more aggression using Marina, because usually when he's using Samuel, he's playing like sticks to pretty defensive game plan, but here I guess maybe he's literally feeling that shields help to defend himself, so naturally he tries more risks because he feels safe enough. And it
Absolutely.
produces,
I mean,
like, more entertaining fight to watch, so to say.
yeah, the shield is giving him the mindset of like, hey, you're gonna be okay. You don't need to fear every single strike. You can get in there, you can get messy, you can get a little bit hostile with it. See if you can do some damage. Gotta secure the win, because at the end of the day, you are not gonna win the round with the shield alone. The sword is gonna have to do something.
Indeed.
Oh,
Now they're both actually tired after that.
Yeah, everybody's showing their wear a little bit.
Oh.
But Venu comes out with some beautiful timing for that point.
Yeah,
This lovely little hop step to the side and then takes her right in the elbow.
He's getting Ezekiel single tempo a lot.
Oh yeah, not to say that you ever get to count Ezekiel out. Not one bit. Alright, look at, and watch those feet. If you're watching, watch those feet. Watch what those feet are doing. Steps to the floor, steps to the back, steps to the side. There's always motion, always movement. There's never a static moment. They're always looking for the answer. Oh, but Ezekiel finds it this time.
Yeah. Stab straight through the arm, followed up by a cut.
Trying to keep each other at bay, trying to control the range a little bit. Oh, but off center line and a little off tempo, that's all it takes. She's got some smack to talk.
Yeah, and it's even again.
Yes, we used to call Laszlo Mr. Hands, as Pekla says, because he loves taking hands. He can lose his hand very easily, too.
Oh, and
So
what a
really
double right there. What a double. Two people who found each other's neck right at the same moment. That's 5-5. Who's going to be the one to take it? Is Venu going to be able to be patient enough? Is Ezekiel going to be able to be aggressive enough?
To play it safe.
Yeah, everybody now feeling like the win is within their grasp, but the loss is hanging over them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh!
Oh, and another hand comes off for our boy, the human pincushion. Alright, Venu at match point right now. Ezekiel's got to be feeling that tension. How much do you trust that shield? That is the question you've got to be asking yourself right now. Can you move in? Can you find the opening to secure that point that you need to draw yourself level? Big risk on a lunge.
Yeah, if it was closer, Venu would have had it, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, backed up nice and quick though. Really maintaining that distance now. Suddenly a little bit less willing to get involved.
Oh shit.
Oh, and some real ugly beatdown play from Venu to secure that last point. What a set two in Venu's favor.
Yeah, he was using Laszlo's movement speed to both retreat and move offline to his left, and it helped him in the end.
Oh yeah, and in the end, I mean, just taking it in both hands and beating on it like it was a baseball bat and he was smashing in the hood of a car.
Okay, we're switching sides again. Swap, guys.
And I love some of those snipes that came out of nowhere, too, like that retreat X that he did that just struck the hand immediately, and I don't think Ezekiel was ready for anything like that.
Oh yeah, no, an attack while retreating backwards is always gonna, there's a certain kind of player you're always gonna catch off guard with something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Venu is gonna give us another set of Laszlo, really feeling like this could be the answer that he's been looking for. How do you solve a problem like Marina?
Now they're both a bit more hesitant to engage, I guess.
Venu did like rapid fire cancels just now.
Oh yeah, he's really trying to throw him off, really trying to get around that guard timing. Just very, very aggressive sidesteps to try and find that sword arm and finds it to draw the points level 1-1. Alright, how's it gonna go? Everybody's just a little bit more hesitant. A little bit more hesitant.
I dare say Ezekiel needs to try matching the side steps more, because if you move to the side more, that can present Venu even more of an angle to the sword arm.
Or despite taking a cut to the leg and reducing mobility, Venu's still able to find that spot that he needs and get there.
Yeah, maybe Ezekiel didn't need to go low.
Yeah, I think once you reduce somebody's mobility like that, you really got the opportunity to step back and sort of consider how you're going to make your next approach. And I think maybe there was just a little bit of overexcitedness when that weakness was spotted.
Yeah.
There
That's a
you
good
go.
stop cut.
Now he's being patient, that's for sure.
Yeah, there it is. Patient, ducking and weaving, looking for that moment. That one right there, and finds it to draw them back level again at 2 apiece.
Yeah, I like it. Ezekiel is trying to go for those stop cuts, so as soon as Venu starts rotating, he gets frame trapped and struck immediately.
She's laughing.
Taken right in the elbow, giving Ezekiel the lead in the set now.
Yeah, he's leading with the blade now instead of the shield, and it's actually working.
Yeah, unconventional strategy. You'd think, given the character that he's playing, that you'd want to stay behind that shield, but there's maybe an element of that is why Venu is consistently circling to that same side. He's circling towards that sword arm. He's trying to find that open side in Marina.
Yeah.
And then once he sees an opening, you know he's willing to get in there. He's willing to get messy. He's willing to bludgeon his way through it if that's what he feels like he needs to do. Oh, almost an overextension. Oh, and takes the leg.
Yeah, I wonder why
What
we just didn't attack at that moment. Okay, now he does.
Beating through that guard. Beating through that guard. That is the point that says, oh, you want to take my leg? Okay. Alright, can he keep that pressure up and draw them back level, though?
Venu's still not afraid, make no mistake.
Oh no, Venu with zero fear. Just trying to solve that problem and forcing the double out of him there.
Yeah, I guess we can see more of those.
Oh, I think you'll see a lot more of those as both competitors start to get a little more aggressive and they start really pushing for that win.
Oh,
and another hand! Another one! We're going to have to create some kind of space to store all of these hands, boys.
At one point in time in our community, we had a group of fences who were like calculating the number of hands they cut off and adding it to their nicknames. That was hilarious.
That's the kind of stuff I love. Well, there's another one, +1 on the hands for everybody in the audience. Venu really getting the rhythm on those sidesteps now. Is Marina now a solved format? Is there anything more that Ezekiel can pull out that is not going to be something that Venu's already seen and knows how to work around?
Oh, the stab.
A stab in the chest? It's a tradition, and it's just as good as it ever was.
Yeah, the way she moves in with that shield, too, it creates an opportunity for a single tempo kill if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, a lot of covering her sword arm.
Yeah.
Alright, this is dangerous now. Venu smells the win. Smells that second set. But there's only 2 flags in it for Ezekiel. This could go either way. Now, is he going to be patient? Is he going to be careful and try and secure that last point properly? Or is he going to go in guns blazing and try and force that flag into his hands? What is the plan? What is Ezekiel's response? Definitely a lot more defensive, a lot more movement-based. Really trying to stay out of the way, trying to secure that good offline position. Yeah. Neither one able to do it because they both move so quickly.
Yeah,
what I love about this too is... Go ahead.
Laszlo is probably the fastest moving character in the game. Oh,
nice.
Oh, and Venu, the patience! The patience wins out. That dangerous motion from Ezekiel put him at risk. Venu was there with the blade ready.
Yeah, he just moved offline and avoided the lunge.
Yeah, he's got to stay with Laszlo. Laszlo is working well for him. But will Ezekiel switch? Because Samuel, I think, is sometimes regarded as a counter to Laszlo, just because of his solid defense and the fact that he combines that with some speed. So, no, he's going to stick with Marina.
Absolutely, we're going to see the Marina show, and that's interesting because I want to see not just how good Venu's answer for Marina is, but I want to see how consistent this can be. and how the play style on Ezekiel's end is going to change, knowing that he's now down that second set.
Well, he's not switching the character, so I think it means that he believes he sees some openings in what Vino is doing, and he wants to try them out.
Oh,
Like,
a brilliant
he
double to
can't
start off.
lose. He can't afford to lose now. So, I guess he believes in Marina.
Yep, you don't think Ezekiel's one to take a chance. You think he's going to go for what he knows he can get with.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Because the loss of hand is got to be demoralizing when that's your approach.
yeah, he needs to adjust his lateral movement. Vino is always stepping to the left.
What I also love about this is Vinu is winning this pretty much entirely by the blade. So sometimes to defeat Marina, what people do is they come in and grab or they push because Marina is very vulnerable to that kind of thing. It's obviously a little bit risky, but if you pull it off, it works very well against her. Because the shield is part of the hitbox. Oh, swing!
Chance! Not a chance! Oh my god! You know Ezekiel has got to be spitting gasoline about that one.
Yeah.
Should have been free, should have been yours. And to lose to that tired cut is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he whiffed 2 dash attacks, so he became tired himself.
It just goes to prove that when your opponent is fully out of stamina, that does not mean they are out of the match.
Oh,
my goodness.
But when they're willing to get ugly and start swinging it like that and leave you openings, I mean, hey, you've always got an opportunity for a comeback. It's the beauty of the game.
I love Laszlo's leg void too. It's like very moonwalky.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He's very lot of like sliding on that back foot too.
Yeah.
Really testing each other's guards now.
Ooh, Vinu's gotta watch that stamina. That lowers your effectiveness of your guard too, so
Very true.
Watch.
Very true, and you're gonna want that guard up because unlike Marina, you don't have a shield hanging around. That blade is all you got, Vin.
yeah, he still tries to circle around, but opens himself up.
Caught it on the back of the forearm there.
Yeah.
2-2, Ezekiel may be smelling the comeback. Moving in a little too aggressively and just leaving a bit of an opening for that downward motion. Those attacks are going to come down from up high, and you really got to be watching your upper torso and your positioning with that.
Bit of a clash of blades there.
Oh, most definitely. You notice Ezekiel's swinging a lot less often than Vina, really conserving that stamina.
Ooh, the pressure.
But it's gonna take more than that to win because these strikes are gonna come fast and they're gonna come out of nowhere. Oh, caught him on the wrist. And the elbow.
Yeah, it's very counterintuitive, but I think that's what Ezekiel needs to win. He needs to somehow find a way to lead with the blade and stop Laszlo from throwing those cuts.
Absolutely. I mean, Marina's attacking motions are still very quick. She's got a lot of real quick punishes that she can use. So maybe that's going to serve him a little better than sitting back behind the board. There it is, another little 2-cut combo. And that cackle again. What a demoness of a woman. Alright, 4-4.
Oh, again.
5-4. Oh, what a beautiful execution. Now, is this going to go to the final set? That is what everybody is wondering. Vinu forcing it again. Just really, really imposing style. Moving real close, circling around her real tight, making sure to beat hard in with that blade.
Yeah, he's
probing the
left
guards.
again.
Yeah. Circling.
Oh, the leg.
Took one in the leg and took one in the arm. Took one in the arm. Ezekiel now at match point. 2 to go for Vinu.
Love those high-low strats. They're always entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah, you gotta respect the mix. You gotta respect the mix.
Alright, I gotta step away for just a second. Be right back.
You got it.
Yeah,
All right,
no
Vinu
whips.
really probing the guard, trying to keep him back off of him. Trying to make sure Ezekiel stays a little bit further back. Make him respect your space.
Yeah, he commits. No, what?
Not it,
my
not it, not it, not
Oh,
it. Ezekiel
his leg is
smelled
out.
that victory, but what is Vinu going to be able to do with no option? Not a whole lot. That is going to be the second set for
Yeah, it's
Ezekiel to
2-2.
bring them 2 sets to 2.
Alright, I'm swapping the names. And now we can start our final and decisive duel. Swap sides, guys.
He thought about it. He thought about it for a second.
Laszlo is definitely working better for him.
Yeah, I think Laszlo has really proven to be Vinu's answer today. This one way or another, this is gonna be the last set, and we are opening with a flag for Ezekiel here. Vinu gonna have a little bit of work to do catching up. What are we gonna do? We're gonna circle. Trying to get off that line, trying to come in around on that sword arm. We've seen it work a lot of times today. We've seen a lot of hands get taken using this method.
Also,
Oh, in with the grab.
Laszlo has some good anti-marine options for going low, but Vinu isn't using them.
Oh no, instead he's getting in close and coming in with those attacks from off the line. Couldn't quite capitalize on that opening though. Gives that second flag to Ezekiel as we move into the third. Went for the push, didn't turn out, and left yourself way too open.
Yeah, Ezekiel is happy to jump on him when Vinu makes a mistake.
Oh yeah, you gotta, anytime you see that slightest hint of an error, you gotta be ready and willing to commit to pushing in there and getting yourself that point. As he takes the 4th flag to 0. Ezekiel dominating this final set. Can Vinu bring it back? So, Tao, what does Vinu need to be doing right now to turn this around?
Well, personally, I try to keep a little bit more distance in between, because Marino's ranged options are limited, and Laszlo has some nice belly lunges, where he goes low and tries to hit even lower than Marina is holding her shield. And it just happens so that those moves have pretty good range as well. So as long as you stay calm and be aware of possible Marina's lunge forward with a thrust that we've seen already, you're pretty okay at distance. But well, Vinu is just trying to use his sidesteps all the time, and yeah, that's a fine approach here, I think, but his timing is a bit off. He's just trying to throw a lot of them preemptively. Personally, I try to get the timing right instead of just swinging, like he did it just now.
Absolutely, and there's a good element of getting the proper range and distancing in there as well. Being able to be just close enough to hit her in the back of the hand with her full sword arm's extension, whilst not being so close as to put yourself in danger of being gutted by her and forcing that double.
Yeah, exactly. And Laszlo is moving fast enough for you to nail the distance. Yeah, like this.
Oh yeah, no, very, very, very good choice of character for controlling the range. Probably one of the best.
Yeah.
Another big blade flash right here. Oh, Ezekiel committed to a little string of attacks right there. Traded a hit back and forth on some real close range brawling.
You know, they were both really close to getting tied, but yeah,
everybody's watching their range now. Oh, but it didn't come out for Vinu this time.
Yeah, he stopped moving to the left, and Ezekiel immediately used that to sidestep himself.
Alright, we're looking at 5-2 right now. The odds are not in Vinu's favor, but they're getting a little better. Still able to take flags off of that hard sidestep strategy that he's been employing so far. 5-3 favoring Ezekiel right now. Everybody feeling very tense. You can see in the way that they're moving the tension, and another hand gets sent to the horizon, right past the cameraman.
He was being patient there, just moving to the side and waiting for the right moment. He used it well.
Oh yeah, that's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take. Marina, fighting against Marina is a game about waiting for your timing, waiting for that perfect opening. Circling now.
Oh,
The footwork really on display. Everybody feeling a little bit cagey. Nobody quite wants to commit to that attack because that is what they were fearing would happen. This occasion, everybody takes a lethal hit.
yeah, and when
Still
characters
5-4.
can cut so fast, it's so easy to get into a double.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
And it's pretty close to the end, but it's still...
Everybody
Not
can feel
obvious.
that win. They
yeah,
can feel it close. They can feel it close. And it is very much within reach for both competitors right now.
Yeah.
Nobody is by far out of this just yet. Vinu throwing less strikes now. Trying to focus a little bit more on that timing, it looks like.
Yeah, and that makes it more risky for Ezekiel to do what I was suggesting earlier, to lead with the blade, because then that's just exposing your hand. So
Absolutely. And I mean that's what Vinu was saying earlier about the flow of the game as both of the fencers really learn each other's styles and approaches and get that handle on how they're feeling that day and how they're going to be approaching these clashes.
he committed.
no.
Oh, Vinu overcommits to the beatdown style.
Yeah, usually when he goes in, it's full in.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it right.
Oh no.
That
Oh.
left Ezekiel on match point and able to take that final flag, the third set, and that is going to be the victory for Ezekiel over Vinu.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight still.
What
sure.
a hell of a 5 sets we just watched, guys.
The adapting on both of their parts was very impressive. I think if Vinner just didn't get impatient at the end there, he could have stayed in for much longer and made it even closer than it was.
I think my biggest mistake was stopping to circling to my left. When I tried to find another strategy, I would just get lose some points. So maybe if I just kept continuing the game plan, just circling to the same spot, maybe a little bit making it back and forth and timing a little bit. But yeah, good game. This was a very tough game. I'm tired. I'm gonna be right back.
All right, well played, my man. We appreciate the opportunity to see your style. It was very well fought.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he's getting back to Laszlo, because it's like his old main. Maybe more than a year ago, he switched to Laszlo. He played a lot of him, and even Laszlo's sidestep to his right and Y cut is literally called by his name, Wined, in our community, because he was using that move a lot, and really a lot. And yeah, then he forsake Laszlo, switched to Yandrik. So yeah, I'm really happy he's getting back to his old main.
Yeah, Yendrik, not a popular choice in some circles, mine mainly, but yeah, definitely an interesting entry. While we're waiting to set up for the next game, who do we have coming up next? Is that we got Luck and Oak?
Yep, exactly. Luck will be starting on the left side, and the only thing here we need to use stream from Discord, because Eve will be hosting this fight, and his connection is pretty limited. He can take 2 players in, but not 1 player more. So I hope Oak can stream for us here. Let me see. Yeah, he's
Luck
here.
can.
Yeah, or Luck, whatever. Both work. I'm inviting both of you guys to speak here, so you can stream for us.
They're both absolute demons, so I'm excited to see where this one will go.
I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot about the styles. I've heard a lot about the choices of mains. And I'm very, very interested to see how this is going to turn out. I think we're going to see some really high-level play here.
Venator says Isabella versus Laszlo is a tough match nowadays. Yeah, Laszlo is, I think, top tier. He's a pretty damn tough character overall, especially in good hands.
Absolutely. One of those characters that has definitely got a lot of weaknesses in the moveset, but when piloted right, can be an absolutely terrifying force.
Oak, can you stream for me, please? Okay, thank you. And again,
Let's pull
Luck
this
starts
one
on the left, Oak on the right.
There's
All
the
right.
Laszlo. They love those skins too. Both of them. The
Oh,
goatskin hat for
excellent.
Izzy and the gray tunic for Laszlo.
I've always been a fan of both of them. I think those are probably my two favorite skins for both of those characters as well. So this is going to be visually pleasing for me. All right, now this is two characters. Now Isabella, despite being a longsword, can be deceptively fast with her cut sequences.
Yeah, especially that snap cut. She has two of them that are really fast, and if they reach the head, it's a guaranteed kill for the most part.
Most definitely. Still loses out in speed to Laszlo by a little bit, though. We're talking about a very, very quick guy right there.
For sure. Oh, there's the snap cut, and I think he canceled a bit of that recovery, too. That was nice from Luck.
Oh, and a hand. Oi! Right through the wrist.
Yeah, I bet we'll
Sometimes
see
you-
even more of those because Luck enjoys throwing those high gut cuts. Yeah, like this.
It's a very dangerous strategy. There's a long recovery on that attack if it misses. Leave yourself very open.
Oh, he
Well,
went for a snap,
Oh,
but he
There
got
is,
beat to
there is
the
so much
punch.
of a gamey trick with it. Right now, this move has a bit of a lingering damage, like this.
There it is.
He actually whips an attack, but then, even though it's already finished, if you move in to punish it, you just impale yourself onto the blade. And
I
then
was
whatever you were
just
doing,
talking
it's
about
getting
this the other
interrupted.
day.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that the other day. Subaru and I were having a little bit of a discussion about it, about that. Just the hurt box on that particular attack persists a lot longer than you think it does, and the instinct is always to move right in when you see that whiff, and it's just not going to be a good motion for you, especially because she can bring it up into that short abdominal stab.
And it wasn't like that a few months ago, but well, it is what it is now.
Yeah.
It's the fun of the game, man. We always get the updates, we always get the little tweaks, and we're constantly having to learn and change and adapt to the way that the game changes and evolves. So keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, that's for sure. No other
So
reason
far, an
to
even
adapt.
fight. Goes
Yep,
low.
very even. Favoring Isabella just a little bit,
Oh, nice.
but drawing
There's
it
the
level. That's that same powerful sidestep game that we were seeing out of Venu earlier. Very, very much a staple of Laszlo's play style. Being able to move off that center line whilst making a very, very active attack.
Well,
Yeah, Oak right
okay.
there showed us how to counter the linger. If you can raise your blade up and then keep that sword from coming down, then there won't be any linger because there's a blade between you and her blade.
Oh, there's almost blade contact between Isabella's longsword and Laszlo's neck for a second there, but not as part of an attacking frame. Didn't register the damage. Laszlo able to come back and make a nice cut across the shoulder.
And well, Oak is our best Laszlo player, so he has to figure
Absolutely.
something out. Just not now.
That's always going to be your problem with Laszlo in that very, very high guard position that he has. That torso is less defended than with a lot of the other fencers in the game.
Yeah.
I would say that might be something that Luck is going to want to focus on if he wants to keep consistently taking those flags off of him.
There's a stab.
Oh, good lunge, but it wasn't fatal damage. Nonetheless.
Oh,
Lunge.
Oh.
Oh,
And was able to secure the
Whoa.
flag, really clinch the win. Don't worry about the animations, boys. It is nothing weird going on here.
Easy one,
You
full
didn't see
zombie
what you
mode.
thought you saw. Nope.
She was coming
nope.
back from the dead for a moment. Oh, and Oak
Yeah.
takes it.
Oh, and Oak takes the set with a hand cut. Absolutely brutal. That's the power of speed over strength. Swapping sides now.
Yeah.
So we're going to have
as you
Oak
can
on the
see-
left.
As you can see, Oak can be very, very precise with both his footsies and attacks when using Laszlo.
Absolutely. And that's going to be a huge part of any Laszlo player's game, is how well can you commit to that footwork.
Yeah, and I love this game. We can see a little bit more of Laszlo's moveset because I was very limited with my attacks in the previous game because since I believe like right attacks are almost useless against the Marina unless you like as a counter. But if you just attack with your right attacks, it just gets blocked 100 times, like 99% of the time.
Vinu, check inputs for his belly lunges. It's like down forward A or down forward B, something like this.
Whoa, the weave, that backstep executed perfectly, getting him out of the way of that lunge that would have been fatal. That would have been flag.
Low guard
It
bait
was-
from Luck, it looks like.
Oh yeah, we got to get in there. You got to taunt. You really got to make him want it.
Oh,
And secures that point off of that lingering hurt box on that high guard downward slash.
yeah, and his arm looked twisted up like it was broken.
Oh, tried to push.
Oh, and a
Yeah.
very precise and very quick cut across the collarbone for lethal.
That snap cut on Laszlo is very, very fast too.
Nice cancel from Luck, trying to distance trap him essentially with those whiffs.
Oh, almost. That was
Oh, very
almost
good.
right in his eyeball.
Yeah, Oak is getting better at countering that high gut attack. Just get
Absolutely.
the distance right to just parry
Again.
it and avoid that lingering issue whatsoever.
Yeah, we've seen that same sidestep cut win him the last 3 points.
Yeah,
How
Isabella
is
Oh,
to those sorts of cuts to the head.
how is Luck going to adapt his playstyle to that? What does Isabella? Open question for you guys. What does Isabella have in her toolkit that's going to give her the advantage over that? Other than just taking somebody's hand completely clean off their body. Like,
I
what are
think
the?
uppercut
Yeah,
or
you think so?
yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, what is it that Luck needs to be using here to get himself out from this behind position?
well, I would use retreating cuts more. That's what I did previously in this matchup because Easy was my first main before Zera was released, and
Mhm.
I'm pretty familiar with this one. And I fought Hawk multiple times using Isabella too. So what was working for me is just getting some backwise or back axis, and again some upcuts too. For example, when Isabella is moving forward with left leg, you can use forward B upcut, which is pretty good. Yeah, even without a stab. Or even with right leg forward, again, forward B to get under Laszlo's guard.
Yeah.
But again, it's all about distance here too as well. You don't want to let Laszlo get too close to you.
That is very, very true. Very, very true. And we've seen that in action as Oak takes the second set. So 1 set away from a total victory.
Arabash.
Yes, he does the switch. I was just about to sound this sort of mine. Actually, Luck is playing Isabella recently, started playing Isabella recently, but actually he's Saber main. He was playing Jan a lot, he was playing Barabash a lot. So yep, he switches back to his old mains to beat that beast of Oaken's Laszlo.
And now we're really seeing that pay off in the first flag that gets taken in this match. A really well distanced cut took him right underneath the arm, and you're going to see a lot of quick exchanges saber to saber in a duel like this. Gassed himself out low and couldn't keep up the pressure. Always something to be worried about. Because Laszlo is someone that you know can close that distance quickly and really bring himself in line to be able to punish that. So the second you're not able to hold up your guard, you're gonna be looking like you're having a bad time.
Yeah.
Oh,
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 Barra was tired probably. That's why he landed, but it wasn't enough.
yeah, nasty trade there, but it came off in Laszlo's favor.
nice cancels from Oak.
Yeah, really, really good sequence of cancels right there. Trying to hide the intention, as somebody once told me.
Stab.
Got in there with a lunge. Yeah, no, that's gonna hurt. But can he capitalize on that? Can he finish it up? Yes, he can. Finds it. Lower torso. In there from that side. 3-1. Oak really showing it off with another beautiful snap cut. Split his chin for him.
Yeah, they both went for one too, but Laszlo's actually reaches out a bit further.
Yeah, I do believe Laszlo's got a little bit longer range, and he can cut off just a little bit more hands. Seen a lot of Laszlo hand cuts today. I'm starting to understand that old nickname.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely dancing with it, and another hand relieved from Barabash. Oak now at not just match point, but game point. If he can take this last point, that is going to be the end of it for Luck here today.
Oh, he
And
overcommitted.
it's looking like that might be it.
GG.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all. Like, you need some time to warm up after playing some other character. So
Most definitely. Yep. He went in for that super hard and just couldn't force it to pan out. That's rough going, but fantastic play from Oak. Real nimble, real patient, very precise play. Definitely one of those people who, in any competitive situation, you're gonna be wanting to watch out for.
yeah, that's for sure. Okay,
Wiggly brings up a good point. He is also Fencer of the Year. That is Oak. So good to not forget that. We gave out rewards, and Oak got that title. So that was.
I mean,
Good for him.
absolutely.
He
And
deserves it.
with a performance like that, you can see exactly why. That is just absolutely classic stuff. You know, real by the book, high level Hellish Quart play. I would struggle to find you anybody who could show you a better example of that.
all right. So we have an interesting suggestion. Unfortunately, due to technical issues, I left my opponent without a fight, Wiggly. So, Major, why don't you do an exhibition fight versus Wiggly?
Okay, we up for that? We up for that? We feeling that?
Why not?
Yeah.
All right. I'll grab the controller. Now, I'm not going to put up a fight like you guys put up. I'm going to show my ass pretty bad.
That's not a problem.
But for the sake of filling the card, for the sake of the show, for the sake of USFC 100, I will step up.
You're from an A major, right?
Currently in NA, yes.
Okay, so can you host this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, fun little unexpected add-in for your card here today.
Okay.
Everybody nice and
Just
hyped for this one. All right.
one tip before you start. Wiggly is a very aggressive player. Be ready.
Understood.
I think if like recently we had yearly awards, so to say, in different nominations. If there was a nomination, a player who plays the most aggressively, that would be Wiggly, in my opinion.
Well, in the 2025 awards, I want best guest commentator.
No problem. Actually, Wiggly organized all of those awards, so you can fight him and then you can tell him about it.
Wiggly says you got it.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
Okay, I'll set the names. So Major will start this on the left side, and Wrigley on the right side.
Ooh, the
Right.
trash talk. Oak says it's Luck's fault for leaving Europe to settle in America 300 years ago.
Oh, we're getting it now. We're getting the drama now.
Yeah. Okay, Major is here. Wiggly is here.
Right, I'm connecting as well.
Luck says I'm the best player on my host. I think most people probably are.
Definitely.
Yeah, honestly, he's a speed demon on any host, so you can imagine he's quite a menace on his own.
Okay, streaming for you, Vinu.
Nice.
All right, here we go. All right, I am in no way warmed up, ready, or ever actually that good.
That's fine.
All right, so I'm starting
You're
left
on
or I'm
left.
starting right?
Yeah.
I'm on
Left.
left. Okay, hold on. Let's just make sure my controller is controllering. Nah. Where's the damn control panel for that? I need to.
Maybe reset controllers or something like that. So
Yep.
Yeah, I can try that. Also, sometimes clicking the window can fix that too if something's not inputting.
if window
If
is
you've
not
alt
active, yeah.
tabbed. Anyway, I reset everything, so hopefully it'll
Yeah, it's working.
work. Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
There
it'll
we go.
restart.
Now I got you.
Okay. I'm rooting for Jaramain.
Absolutely. We Zara boys got to stick together, man.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see what we can get done right here. Let's see how terrible we can be.
Yazuk going with the flash. Oh, with the parry of the high guard cut.
Oh, the leg.
Flash again.
Oh, you don't grab me like that, boy. Oh, punished. Far too aggressive on my part.
A response with a snap cut. That was quick.
You can see that aggression net play though. He's not afraid to dash in.
Oh, went for a lunge I shouldn't have gone for.
So you see, he will go like that a lot, throwing a lot of cuts, a lot of combos. So think about your defense here.
Oh,
Yeah, like
there's
that.
a leg.
Nice.
There's a leg. Okay, okay. He bleeds. He bleeds. He can be beaten.
Oh,
Oh!
That was cool.
I almost feel bad for that.
the unpredictability is helping you out. He doesn't know your style at all, I don't think. So
Yeah.
Oh no. Sometimes it ain't gonna matter though when he comes in with real efficient attacks like that. There's not gonna be a lot that somebody as untrained as me is gonna be able to do about it.
Oh, he's trying to cut your leg as well.
Okay, okay, you got mad about the leg thing. I hear you. I hear you. I'm sorry, okay? Oh, what a perfectly timed push cut. He deserves that flag from me. Okay, let's see if we can be a little bit more. Nope, that's not it. Doubled! What an explosive finish to that point.
Yeah, it's hard
Something to
get
note,
it stubborn.
100%. Something to note too is Yazuk is mocapped by one of the best HEMA saberists in the world, and I think you can see it when he lunges in like that, just that athleticism at play.
There was such a long time on that double, I don't actually feel... I feel like Wiggly deserved that point.
Nice parry. Uh-oh.
No, pushed around my guard. Rough. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Oh my, just saturating you with cuts and thrusts.
Grapple him when he gets that close.
It's so tricky. It's so tricky to deal with like the volume of cuts that's incoming.
Who's gonna
Oh,
push you?
nice.
I'll take a hand though.
That was well
You
timed.
win, but I'll make you work for it.
Ah,
That
I think you were
that
just too close.
yeah, that was just too close.
and he cut into
Just
the
too close.
thrust. He cut into the thrust. That's why it was a parry.
Oh, the timing was absolutely excellent.
I love how his head twisted though. It's like you still rattled him anyway.
I mean, I'll give you a headache. Okay, I'll get to take on an Alexander now. Now, this is something I've done before. If you want to find out how that turned out, you can actually go to my YouTube channel and watch me versus Supertai and some fun matches that we had a little while back.
No,
Oh, my
Upcuts.
shoulder.
upcuts are needed here.
Yeah, that was actually not the input I intended to make at all.
Some stabs here or there too.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I ducked that first hit purely by idiocy, and it was beautiful for a second.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, sidestep.
That's rough.
interesting.
Yep, ultra and dun 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 dun. Play the man his theme.
The jump.
Jump.
Don't jump, bro.
Don't jump. Don't jump. I'm just showing my taint to the world right there.
Uh,
Oh, it
Oh,
worked.
I see. I pushed a button. That was my problem. That was my first mistake. No, I have traditionally struggled really hard against Alexander.
Yeah, and survival a bit too. I've noticed.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. He's just one I never really figured out right. I also have almost no experience playing right side.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. It definitely takes time to adjust.
I almost thought I was going to get that in fast enough, but it just didn't quite happen.
About Alexander,
Oh.
I think it's mostly about focusing his
He
left
jumped
side,
it, he got it.
lower left side. If you can, because his guard is weakest at that point, like going for up guard, it usually just gets blocked. But if you focus his
And he
Oh,
grabbed me for the finish.
and yeah,
He flourished out. He stumbled on me for the ending. Oh, baby. It's rough
Wiggly,
going.
go Marie.
Make it fair.
oh that's the,
Oh, no, no.
Reverse.
I'll take absolutely anything. In the spirit of silly competition, I'll go with anything you want.
Oh yeah, somebody hit story by mistake. No problem.
Okay, switch the names. Yeah, you're back on the left.
Oh, he's actually gonna do it.
Okay, we're gonna get a little bit wild with it.
Oh, he's doing Olympic fencing for his happy, I think. So,
Oh, in there with the cuts. Oh, that little hand plant.
back wife for the win.
Nasty. Nasty stuff. Now this really challenges me because I gotta really be aware of the presence of my long versus short guards. And where I am with it.
Yeah, nice thrust to the face.
Yeah, there's certain ranges that you're almost always gonna hit her with that.
Marie is
Silly.
traditionally considered one of the weaker characters in the game, so that's why people were calling for him to use Marie.
Oh, just to give the big dumb idiot me a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
taunting.
There
Oh.
goes the hand.
We need to clip that.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay. No. Oh, no. I high guarded. Wow, got 2 touches off of that. Oh, game physics. Video game physics. Now my true punishment will begin.
No,
Oh, he went. Oh.
No, got me with that grab. I went into high guard and did not mean to. I keep missing that input.
Yeah, I think he meant to do long guard probably.
I surely did. Okay,
happens to
we're
the
going
best
low.
of us sometimes.
We're going low. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. All right, you can have that one. I'll give you that one. That's okay.
Well, USFC
Wait.
makes
Oh,
from boys
nice.
into real men. So
Oh
after
boy.
this session, all the NPC fighting gonna be way easier.
You think this is going to give me the skills that I need?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, okay. A little
Yeah,
patient.
Zara can rely on brute force sometimes in this matchup. So
I mean, it
might stick
really
with you.
can work out. It really can work out. Wiggly, what are you doing? Wiggly, what are you doing? You're wiggling, aren't you? That's why they call you Wiggly. Yeah, that was exactly the bait he was waiting for me to take.
Oh, you.
oh,
Okay.
Through it was just that was some I channeled my inner Venu right there. Just got ugly and mashed a button.
That's how you have to do it sometimes.
Oh.
I was holding back. You are a liar. You are a liar.
That's the ironic thing. Maria's actually pretty good at grabbing you in this game, and I think it's often because people don't expect it.
Oh,
So
what
Wow.
a sidestep!
yeah.
What a
that's
I
too
got
much.
outplayed. Forced the double though.
Self-impale.
Woo! Yep, just ran onto the end of it. Here, I'll hold this out. Headbutt this. Alright. Doing it? Oh,
Clean.
dear.
He didn't
Deary,
use it.
deary me. Very, very harsh stuff there. Alright, I assume my punishment is now to come. What are we gonna see? What are we gonna see? We're gonna see a Kalkstein. Okay, okay. A little bit of wiggly calc. Keeping me on my toes. See, he's learning everything I'm doing, and I gotta adapt to a new character every time he switches.
Oh, he was playing Kalk before he went Yazik.
Oh.
That high guard cut is actually ugly as fuck.
Yeah, you feel so stupid when that lands on you.
Yeah,
Oh.
stepped right around me.
This is a
Yeah.
character that Wiggly started with, actually, so he is familiar with him.
Oh, we're gonna go with that little retreating attack?
Oh, nice.
Sometimes the ranging works out, you know?
That was cinematic. You just pushed that sword through his head.
Yeah.
Sometimes the timing works out. Sorry, I know the next, it's gonna go the next 6 to win, for sure. Especially if I keep doing dumb stuff like that.
Oh dear. Oh.
Nope, not what I meant to do at all.
Oof.
Love it. That was messy, but I kind of enjoy this game when it gets a little messy sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes a brawl is really fun. Oh, he doubles you.
It's a double, but I took the hand, so the moral point is mine.
And you're still standing.
That's what I'm talking about, man. The survivor spirit.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Like, sometimes you just gotta tank a sword point with your sternum.
Well, that's very true when you're talking about Jara. He's a pretty tanky guy.
And you'd be surprised how many people did that in the past, too, either intentionally or unintentionally. Just because it was the only option.
That's it, man. That's it.
It's even in anime classics like Samurai Champloo. The final fight, the main hero is fighting against a superior fencer, so his trick to beat him is to just take a cut and then kill him.
Absolutely. Or was there something about that in Rurouni Kenshin as well?
Yeah.
Nope. I couldn't beat my way through it. Oh,
it's like
baby.
Machi's entire fight style sometimes, too, when he's...
Yeah, also that.
Oh!
No, got the push.
Got the push.
I was not backing up hard enough. I do not use grabs. Like, it's not a thing my fingers ever go for.
Oh my goodness.
Fine.
How on earth did I mess that up?
You should have done back Y, I think.
Yeah, it has a bit more reach.
How on earth did I land that?
My
Good
axe's
lord.
reach is more limited.
I'd just be pushing buttons, man. I'm pushing buttons, I'm doing whatever.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, that clash. Your blade just bounced off. Oh!
Oh, oh, what a point. Wiggly making me work, man. Good God.
this one's had so many
Oh.
close moments.
I have not ever had to play this game like this in my life. No, I'll be watching you for that now.
Yeah, he's fishing for that finish.
Is it? Yes.
Oh,
Okay, 2-2.
all right. We are going to go to the last set. Wiggly, god damn, man. You pressing me, son? Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Rooting for the underdog here.
Everybody throwing.
Did you guys switch?
Yeah, swap sides.
Oh,
Oh yeah, hold RT. Yeah, there you go.
gotcha. All right.
Even the best of us forget sometimes.
That is
He's
fair.
thinking.
All right.
You should see the
What am I
matchmaking
gonna?
chat.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
He wants blood now.
Absolutely, that's it. No, you gotta end it out like how it's gotta be, man. Oh. Very aggressive, sir. Very aggressive. I see you. The wiggling be wiggling. No one can say otherwise.
Oh my.
Oh.
Boy,
Oh, there it is. Tell him something, boy.
Yeah, I thought you had him, but Yazic's defense is solid. So
It really is. Doubled it. All right, we can get some tension in there now.
Oh, grab and put? Possibly unintentional? Oh my, 3 cuts. Surely.
Nope, was actually intentional, just didn't do what I needed it to do. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I was like, the second I hit, I know exactly what's going to happen, and there's nothing I can do.
Ultimate stand,
feints.
threatening of stab. Into the face.
Oh, stab through the cut. Lunge through the cut. Yeah, way too much downtime. I was expecting him to really come in on that one. Just didn't happen.
Yeah, there's a combo from that. You should have thrown the X
Yeah.
cut, the high left.
Wiggly
I
is showing
was
patience here.
Unaware.
Oh.
Spacing, he's
start.
tired.
Oh,
He
I
dashes
can
in.
finish him.
Oh, so dumb. On my part, that was really, really dumb. Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
Wiggly was not the
Oh,
smartest
oh,
while
oh.
being exhausted jumping into the enemy, but
That's
Diced me
Wiggly
like
for
an
you.
onion.
oh.
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
Now he's just brute forcing his way in.
Yeah, the violence is really escalating here. Doubled it. He's still standing up. Moral victory is his.
Wow, the feint.
Oh, very, very nice. Very nice movement.
He's going for it. Oh, he goes for a cut. I love that trick.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
too.
That's by 1,000 cuts.
Swordplay. Oh. You just gotta watch
Yeah,
that stamina.
outranged it. Outranged it. I pretty much threw it all on that lunge. I was like, this either hits or I die. That's my problem. Mentally, I accept my death way too quickly. I accept my own death way too quickly. I'm just like, well, I'm dead, and then I just like my brain shuts off.
Well, that's it. But that was a good game, guys, and you still got 2 victories. So congratulations
Yes,
with
that was
that.
very
Solid
silly. That was very, very silly. That was very, very cool. Wiggly, thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
Wiggly
games,
pinged the
good
wrong
games.
person. There you go. Matt
That
Kiddo
was
comes over. He's like, "What?"
that was super cool. I think we both came at that with an idea of like, let's just put on a fun show.
Well, you surely did.
There you go. There you go. Another skull for the throne. Let's do it.
Anyways, now we're getting to the title fight of tonight. Oh well, depending on what side world are you at. Maybe it's not tonight at all, but still. If we'll be fighting, you Subutai. How do you feel
Sounds good.
about the upcoming fight?
Eve is, I consider him my equal. We have had a rivalry for some time, as we've discussed, so I'm sure this will be an incredible fight. I gotta give my A game. Can't mess around.
Alright, so the champion has the right to pick a side where he starts at. Let's see what he picks. Yeah, left obviously. No changes here. And we need luck to host this one. I'll ping him if he's not listening to us.
All right. So pre-match interview, Subu. How you feeling going into this one, buddy?
Feeling confident after overcoming Piper, because Piper's pressure is just incredible. We saw it yesterday against Venator too. Even Venator was shaken by just the pressure this guy can bring. But I weathered the storm and I shut down his attacks. I shut down most of his jumps, if not all of them. So I'm feeling confident going in. I think my reflexes are where they need to be.
Mm,
All right. So what are we thinking is going to be your strategy here? Do you have anything in mind, knowing Eve's style, about how you're going to approach this?
I gotta win the footsies game. That's really what Gideon versus Alex comes down to. It's being better at the footsies game. So
All right. So you're watching your side steps, you're watching your spacing, you're trying to really make sure you're in the right spot at the right time.
100%.
Major, are you at the East Coast, USA?
No, I'm on the Gulf Coast, like south
Ah,
central kind of.
okay, I see. Unfortunately, luck can't host this one, so I'm thinking if maybe you hosting would be better here. So did you try Major's host before?
Yeah, I've tried it and it worked well enough for our YouTube video, so
Okay,
we can give it a go.
yeah, we can try at least. Okay, so
Oh,
if
okay.
let me check if he's listening. Yeah, he is. So if Major's forgot to ask Major, can you host a game by the way?
Oh yeah,
Great. So if
I'll pay for this fiber for nothing.
if you will experience any issues like stuttering, whatever, just tell us. Don't remain silent. But
Oh yeah, no, I'm working with a good computer and a good internet connection here, so we should be okay.
yeah, well, that's the case for most of us. But usually, it's really not about computer or like your own
Well,
ISP,
true
but
that.
the route in between. That's the issue. Like for example, Luck has a good PC. I have a good PC. We both have pretty fast internet, but we just can't play on each other's host because something is in the route in between. But anyways, let's give it a go. Let's try it.
All
So
right.
can you please give us a link?
Yep, just putting this one together for you boys now.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
All
it's
right.
7 flags in gameplay settings.
Oh, casting if Luck's host would be worse for Eve than mine. I mean, in theory, yes, but there's no perfect host smack in the middle of the ocean, so you gotta do what you gotta do. It's
You know,
still quite
Yeah.
some distance from me to him, so
That's the point. I'm trying to find someone who is at least somewhat in the middle, you know?
All right, so this should be for y'all.
All right.
I'll make sure I'm
Joining.
all right.
And as for me, you can just disable my controller so I don't affect anything accidentally. Only Subo and Eve need controls access.
All right. Right, are you seeing the correct screen? I think it's set to my main.
Yeah. It's fine for me, but Subo and Eve are not in still.
Oh wait, set the rounds real quick. Is there anything else I need to know here?
Yeah, let me check. So, yes, 7. No. Can you please switch sword collision to precise?
I'm looking.
It's at the right, yeah, and below this,
Here.
fence and priority to 0, please. Just in case. Yeah, and on the left center, no slow-mo on kills. Higher? Yeah, this one.
Yeah, we just think doubles look more convincing that way, but
Yeah, I hear
that's
that. I
personal
hear that.
taste. Because sometimes
let
in
it go.
slow-mo you
Yep.
see these really late doubles, and they look so late because of the slow-mo, but without it, they look
All
a
right,
bit
that looking good for you, gents.
Yep, everything else is cool.
All right, love that.
So I still don't see Subu and If. Maybe they are connecting and you need to accept them.
Yeah, it's saying that I'm not being accepted in time. Maybe it's not notifying you.
It's actually telling me you're connected right now.
I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
I see only myself connected.
Try clicking on my name, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. I got
There
you.
Yeah,
it is.
they're connecting but not accepted, yeah. Oh, and can you go back to the main menu again, please? And to PvP now, fight player versus player.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, versus player and no, wait. One
Oh,
screen
right,
back.
okay.
One screen back. Yeah, and disable this. Yeah, off. Yep, that's
Yeah,
right.
the game's better with it off, trust me. It causes weird delays.
Okay,
Right, so let's see if that works now.
it should, I think. Yep. Eve on the left, Sub on the right.
Yep. Okay. Looks like we got it. Everybody.
Gideon, though.
Everybody feeling good with regards to input and delay and all that madness.
Just making sure. Are you using default controls?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's our tradition. At the beginning of the title fight, both fighters touch their tips as we do the announcement. So you are here as a guest star now, so you announce the title fight, please.
Alrighty. Well, for everybody currently watching USFC 100, we are now introducing the title fight between Subutai and Eve. For the championship of this fine federation, we have got Alexander. We have got, is that Laszlo? Alternate Laszlo costume?
Jan.
No, it's Jan.
It's Jan costume. We have got Jan. We have got Alexander. We have got the traditional touching of the tips. Gentlemen, if you will, back right up.
Fight clean, fight dirty, and best of luck to you.
Absolutely. Let's get it. Commence. All right. So we got we got a Jan. We have not seen a Jan other than this yet today. And Subu is gonna have some adjusting to do.
Eve is really good with using that stab. Goes right to your belly and can bypass most guards if you get the distance just right.
Absolutely. Oh, caught him in the neck though. Real good stuff. And what Subu said before the fight, very much coming into play. It's all about that footwork. Subu taking a point. One more and he can draw him level.
Both of them are very, very experienced saber players, and they have a big history behind them of facing each other. So it's not like they can
corkscrew.
surprise each other with something completely ridiculous, but it's all about adapting and counter-adapting all the time in circle. So
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about two guys who know the characters they're playing, two guys who know each other's tendencies.
yeah, exactly.
You know, this is very much from what I hear, pretty much a grudge match at this point. But
Well-
Subu, as the challenger, really the one with something to prove right now, and able to find a wrist and start putting some numbers on the board here.
They both previously won this title 5 times, so and they are also record holders. Like only them throughout the 2 years history of USFC, only them managed to acquire this champion's belt 5 times. So now they are fighting who gets the 6th first.
So this is currently Eve's 5th reign.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so Eve looking to make another defense, Subaru looking to make a 6th reign, and the patience. Now, Subaru and I have thrown some swords before, and that was something that during our matches I've always observed him to be very, very patient. He really waits for that moment. So, Tao, what do you think Eve needs to do to retain the championship here today? What's going to be the play? What are going to be the tools?
Well, first of all, I'm not in a position to give advices to Ivan Jan. The most I can make is just slight analysis of what he is doing, but he's just a plain better Jan player than me right now, so I can't really tell what he has to do. He knows what to do, not I. But one thing I know about Subu, he's really amazing at balancing his approaches. Like, if you become too passive, he will go forward and put the pressure on you. If you are moving in aggressively, he is happy to switch to defensive style and utilize it in full. So again, it comes down to finding the right attacks that can bypass Alex's guard at the right times. Like, that's a pretty universal thing to say, right? But at the level of those guys, just slightest difference is enough to score a flag. So
So what you're saying is we're seeing two guys with a level of skill at this game that we're beyond the point of gimmicks.
Yeah, exactly. And even if some gimmick starts happening, the other one will notice it immediately and adjust. So we are literally witnessing like the Hellish Quart with like obvious limitations due to latency, etc., but at its highest level. So let's just enjoy it.
Hey, Hellish Quart, about as good as it can get. And if that is, if you are a viewer and that is what you came here to see, you wanted to see Hellish Quart about as good as it can get. You cannot get better than this match right here. Subu takes set 1.
Yeah, they
and
started.
Eve
I think they
makes a
started a
change.
bit more actively at the beginning, especially. But yeah, as soon as it got down to the last flag, actually, yeah, that's what I know. If does a bunch of times, like when he gets in a very tight situation, he starts playing more defensively, but that doesn't work out for the best in all situations.
Yeah, that's not always going to be the way to go, especially against somebody like you said with such a balanced back and forth between offense and defense as Subutai.
Yeah,
I'm loving this Gideon pick. It's a little bit faster and with movements and can get past the Alex's guard a little bit easier. This might be a very crucial pick there.
Absolutely. But I've also noticed Gideon not quite so reliable defensively as Jan can be. Few more holes in that guard because of the way that his stance switches with his footing. So there's a couple more different weird opportunities to hit him, especially from the sides, which is something that Alex can do very effectively when he's piloted right.
oh, I'm sorry, Vino. I started the stream in Discord, so you can see it live.
Okay, it's fine. Thanks.
But here is the thing.
Alright,
Actually, if probably
He
Gideon-
jumped! Subu jumped!
he's jumping.
Absolute disrespect from Subutai. Something that I also know him well for, being a very Oh, just a fighter who will take an opportunity if he can to beat you with a slight hint of humiliation. Doesn't keep your hand attached to his body when a saber comes at it like that, though, and the hand goes flying. Second flag for Eve.
So Eve is actually a very, very experienced Gideon main, and probably the best Gideon in our community right now. But he's sort of in a similar situation as Luck. He had Luck has a saber background as Eve, but Eve switched not to longsword but to Jan out of Gideon, and he was playing Jan for like last 2 weeks. So I guess he needs just a bit of more time to adjust back to Gideon.
Definitely. A little bit of physics happening right there.
And he keeps attacking the strong side of Alexander, his high guard, so it's not gonna be very effective and keeps just giving up points to Subotai. So you really need to adjust his approach of attack.
Absolutely. You're thinking he wants to come in lower on that right side?
Oh yes, definitely. Or even left side.
That was
But
surprisingly
right
bad
side,
trade.
looking from Subotai's, is quite defended. Like the left side is really the weak point. You cannot really give too much telegraphing to. Like right now, he just passed the guard easily.
Yep,
and
just
got a
walked right
point
in.
there. Yeah.
Doors
So
open,
that's
come
what
on
we should
in.
do.
Oh, Subu picks the ankle for the end of set 2. That is a very strong position for Subu to be in. We might be looking at a record-breaking 6th championship win if Subu can secure this 3rd set. Eve, with everything still to play for, comeback is still very, very possible from this situation. Back to Jan. Yeah, definitely feeling like we were having a little bit more success in that sector.
Yeah, 100%.
Already given up a little bit of blood to Alex's saber, though. How is this point 1 gonna end? Really relying on that corkscrew, that real traditional Jan move. One of the strongest tools in his arsenal, and he finds his mark with it that time.
Yeah, if Luck actually showed how good you can use corkscrew, introduced it to our community. So
I have heard it called the luck screw.
Yeah, exactly.
And Super with the grab. The disrespectful grab.
But Eve actually is using that lowest thrust pretty successfully. Maybe we'll name
catches
it
him
after
with catches him with a hilt to the jaw and a follow-up. Subu now pulling a firm lead. Eve is really going to have a lot to come back from, but it can be done. It can be done, and that might be enough. Forces the double, though. And a man cannot win on doubles alone. At some point, you're going to have to win an uncontested point. Oh, Super going in with slightly more unconventional offense.
Again.
Still able to find the mark.
Super scoring so much out of single tempo.
Yeah, Eve not performing his best this night. Really bad approach from the beginning. But finally gets a point.
Alright, able to take it. Able to take it. A little bit of blood on the blade, a little bit of confidence in the heart there. Maybe that's all that Eve needed.
Oh, again, bad trade.
Went in for that double corkscrew. Didn't quite make it pay off, but it was close. The hand comes off. Alex really making mincemeat out of him now. Only 1 point to go, and only 1 point to go. Can Eve make a miracle happen? There you go. Following what Venu said, coming in on that lower right side, the weakest part of the guard. Doubles will keep you in the game, but they will not win it for you. You're gonna need to make it. Subu on the edge of victory right now, moments away. Eve determined to make him work for it. Could this be the start of an incredible comeback?
That would be epic.
I mean, that is what we are here to see. It's looking like it might be true. Subu's starting to give up the points now. Maybe got a little bit too complacent with it. Maybe got a little bit too feeling like he had the win in the bag.
He was trying to get
what are we going to see? Oh, that was a dangerous trade. The mobility is compromised.
Stamina.
Just a second. Is Eve going to be able to keep up that guard? Is Subu going to throw on the pressure? How are we going to see this point clinched out? Low thrust there.
Oh,
High
you
snap
shouldn't throw
cut.
so many attacks. Eve is like one attack away from being completely exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You should
Eve.
really
Eve
take.
is going to need to really take his time, stall out, see if he can get
Oh
a
Oh,
my
clip
god.
through into the wrist again. We are seeing an incredible comeback here. An incredible comeback. Subu is really going to need to lock in if he wants to clinch that point.
And
And
that's it.
he does. And he does.
oh,
Absolutely. So we as the commentary team have to say congratulations and well fought to both of our competitors here today, and congratulations to the new champion, Subutai.
Thank you, GG Eve. That was a great fight. It went better than I expected, but it was a lot of fun. 100%.
yeah. Indeed,
Absolutely. From our side of the
congratulations,
desk,
Noda. And anyways, I wonder, Subu, if you did it consciously or maybe subconsciously, that you started aiming more for those like possible trades in hope of winning them over, because those thrusts that Eve was throwing, like they are really good at bypassing the defense, but they're not so good for trading. So, did you notice it?
Yeah, to some extent that was the case because it's very hard to block those without long guard. But there was also an element of just throwing cuts preemptively to catch Eve if he moves too close or something like that. So it's kind of a mix of both, kind of like just preemptive attacks and also, especially if that big cut that I used towards the end there, just trying to make sure that if I land a cut, it's going to be a kill. So
I see, I see. Well, anyways, we have our new champion and a record update because now you have the title 6 times. The highest record ever.
incredible. Yeah, the stakes were very high with this one, weren't they?
Yep, exactly. And anyways, we'll see for how long it will last. Because actually, both of you guys, even Subu, you still hold the same highest win streak record. And with this victory, you get your own week's win streak to 5 now. So some way to go and try and update that record as well. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll do my best for sure.
So, Vinu, what do you have to say at the end of this anniversary? Again, as you started
If
it all, you have to end it.
well, if you did well, but a little bit disappointing performance, mate. Please pick it up next time. As Eve can be a menace, but I don't know what today. Maybe just Subotai was really on point, really well defending and good trades. But overall, thank you everybody. You're all great for hosting and making and fighting. It was very nice fights. Thank you, Major Kate. You are amazing commentator, and thank you very much for coming today.
hey, thank you all so much for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a blast.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you're
amazing
always welcome to
USC
come back
100.
too.
Yeah, always. The commentating is here free if you wanna. Just come if you're feeling bored, lonely, or wanna fight, improve, or just chill out with us, guys. It's every Saturday around the same time, so always welcome.
Absolutely.
And,
I'll have to show my face a little bit more often. This has been really cool.
All right, glad to hear. And it's USFC 100. I hope it's gonna go for another 100,000. Maybe our grandchildren will continue this amazing event, but we will see.
That's a big thing to hope for. Anyways, see you next time, guys. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Take care.